Murr, nice hat.
Thanks, champ. Yeah, do you see what I've done here? Is it subtle enough? Is it too subtle? I'm trying to transition to a new hairstyle for a man of my stature. And so
Are you trying to go to just a mustache, or are you
I think I'm going tester mustache. I feel like this was a good tester way. Like it's 3 days later, I can blend it right back into the rest of the face.
And it's the best looking part of whatever it is you call a beard.
Oh wow.
Your face.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I
like,
take that
I'm
as
just saying. I think that's a compliment. I think that's the best part of it. You should probably just get rid of the rest of it and go full mustache. The rest of it's really just not.
I feel like that was a very Tropic Thunder-y kind of comment there.
Is it? No.
You should go full mustache.
I mean, you should.
You never go full mustache. Every actor knows that.
So I mean, but it's not too pedophile-y? You think it's if I got this all down to skin, do you think, or should I keep the soul patch area as well?
Well, you always keep your soul patch because you will literally die if you shave that.
Okay.
But I think you got a mustache, man. Do it.
I think too much more transition-y is more like pedophile. You know what I mean? Because if you're trying to get the sides and the goatee filler there to, if you're going to do more fading out, I think much more you're getting, like I said, on a website somewhere where you're knocking on doors, introducing yourselves to neighbors and things like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's all I got left, right? I mean, you can go full beard. I can go no beard. I can't really do like mutton chops with no hair on top of my head. Well, that's a look, man.
Can you grow them?
Listen, you look at me from a very specific angle every week, Alan.
Yeah, I just saw your side, and it just doesn't look that thick.
Oh, but that's a half. That's like not even a one. That's like the blender thing for the eyebrows into the no hair.
Because like for me, like at that point, just shave all the shit off. Why even leave hair that short on your face purposely? Just grow it out.
Well, because so then if I did kind of pull the trigger and decide to veto what was going on under the nose here, then I could just kind of I could get it all to 5 o'clock shadow and then let it all grow back in together.
I want to see you grow it out. I want to see what you actually got,
dude.
And then we can make an honest assessment.
I look so depressed when I do that. I mean, it's just I know. I don't know. It's just my genetic makeup. I look like a depressed person who doesn't know what direction his life is going in.
Well, don't let it go like a fucking animal. Like keep it neat, but like let it grow in. You know what I mean? It's a beard.
We don't all have this luscious fucking like middle.
I'm aware of that, but like I'm just saying. I would like to see it. If you could grow mutton chops and you're bald, I would say fucking do that. Like I'm a fan.
That just screams I don't have a family or someone who loves me, though. That's the problem with that.
That's fair. I've had all of these things at one point in time.
Yeah, there could be like Alan's recommendation could ring some shock value in the Murr household. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got a young one, you got a wife, who I presume you have to get romantic with from time to time. And if you're doing these outlandish, once a month Alan Giannis recommendations, it might just send shock waves throughout your household. So taper that a little bit.
Or does it open the door to role plays? Mutton chops. Maybe you're a biker. Maybe you're a bad biker. You know what I mean?
I'm always just a Civil War fucking general from one side or the other.
Confederate.
Maybe you work your way up the ranks. You go from private to. If you start as a private, think about that.
You have to be clean shaven, but once you work up the ranks, you can actually have facial hair.
Yeah,
that's right.
Once I get to mutton chops, I've seen things.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been places, dirty places.
You're probably gonna hold like a congressional seat at some point.
We're about to experience some trench warfare, honey.
Yeah, you've had bouts with gangrene, trench foot. No,
but I think mustache might do you
good.
ED. I think the stash grows in nice. It looks like it grows in nice and thick. Yeah, it's symmetrical. Like, I think it's good. Plus,
I like.
Look at this thing. When you got pulled over in the Tesla, you probably would have got off. You'd have been like, "Oh, what's up, brother?" Keep on trucking. You know what I mean?
I'm undercover.
Yeah, he'd been all for it.
Doesn't even ask for credentials. He's like, thought so.
Yep.
Sorry to bother you, Sergeant.
It was private last week. Wink, wink. Yeah, no, and both of you guys have that really good. Because I can't do the stash. I can do the beard. The stash looks a little funky. You guys have that bridge underneath the nose where your stash could be a silhouette. You could print that on anything: a T-shirt, a coaster, a sticker, a bumper sticker. Anything that could be a cartoon. And you guys got it, man.
I just feel
envious.
like as I transition to a 45-year-old man, like I feel like it, like the mustache growers kit, it just comes in the mail. It's like, hey, welcome to the world, sir. But see, the other good thing is the young folks. I'm torn, I guess, is what I'm getting at here. The young folks, I've seen a lot of MLB players now. They're going for the mustache because the mustache is like a throwback, but it's a throwback to the guys who looked like they were 50 when they were really 25. And now here I am, like 45, like, hey, I bet I could look 25 if I just do what the 25-year-olds by the 25-year-olds trying to look 45. So I don't want to be a poser, but I also don't necessarily want to have a beard for the rest of my life. But I don't know what to do because I don't have a lot to work with.
You are right. There is this generational gap of young men, and I'll call them young men, ages what, 20 to 28, 29, 30, who don't look like the men of yesteryear, who at that age looked like they were middle-aged men. They look like 45. This is actually, I was looking because I subscribe to a few Facebook baseball pages, and do you guys remember Dwight Evans? He was a Red Sox player, but played 1 year for the Orioles. His last year in baseball, I think he was 40, and he looked like he was fucking geriatric.
You're way, you and C-level actors are like, that's your wheelhouse, man.
Well, this guy played baseball.
And
I
these,
know,
like
I
journeyman
know.
baseball players.
Yeah.
No, Dwight Evans was like a 6-7 time All-Star through the 70s. He was a key player on the 75 Red Sox.
I know, but
almost
when you
World
say
Series
key
team.
player on a team that was successful before I was born, which
Oh.
means they were successful like 5 years before, like I'm born, and then 5 years later, a young Wes Fox comes along.
Gotcha.
There's
Yeah.
there's a bit of a bridge there.
Okay.
I remember most players from teams from like 1987 through today.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. You never seen Dwight Evans and Tom Selleck in the room at the same time. You've never. No.
Yeah, but okay. Tom Selleck had a few other things going for him besides a healthy mustache. You know, same with Burt Reynolds. There's a few other attributes of their physique and maybe facial structure that was working in their favor besides just a growth of hair above the lip.
Yeah. One could argue. One could argue. Again, men in their 30s who looked like they were middle aged. Yeah, you're right. I do agree with what your assessment on these younger men today who just don't look as old, trying to do the throwback mustache, and not saying it looks ridiculous. It just looks odd, looks
Yeah.
off.
Well, like the Jordan Westberg is the one that comes immediately to mind where he's going for some sort of weird wide earp kind of thing. And it's like, dude, your face is way too baby for that shit. And maybe trim it up. Maybe borrow a beard trimmer or something.
You really got to own a mustache. Like,
I don't know if I'm ready for that
yeah,
commitment.
you can't let the mustache ride you. You got to ride the mustache, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
You know
Jesus.
what I mean?
But I also work in a fucking environment where like it's just be careful what you wish for, man. Like you're going in and it's gonna be fucking it's gonna be just hot fucking rivets flying at me forever if I just walk in there one day with a mustache out of nowhere. Like I just shaved everything else and left the mustache. I'm just looking for. I mean, you want to talk about bullying and just. I mean, I can take it, I guess.
Frame of reference. Here you are, by the way. Dwight
okay.
Evans.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stash.
Yeah. Healthy. And he had that his whole career. Maybe his rookie year he didn't, but, you know.
But see,
Oh, yeah.
I also feel like back then, like because of the way team ownership was, like what the Yankees still have the rule that the only facial hair you can have is a mustache, like no sideburns below like the hole of your ear. Yeah, and so those guys, a lot of them, I think a lot of teams had it, and then were eventually just like, nah, fuck that, we don't care. But I think that's why a lot of Major League Baseball players had stashes back then, which made the stash a little more prevalent than, because you didn't have very many people to idolize. There weren't 7 million people on TV and the internet that you watched on a daily basis. It's like your local baseball team and like your 3 network television stations.
Yeah, and some neighbor that the neighborhood loved that your parents were like, "That's a good man. That's a good guy right there. Idolize him. He
Your
can
truck
fix
break-
he can fix a 2-stroke motor."
That's right. And if he offers you candy in the back of that van, you go with him. It'll be a fun time.
He knows how to lay down a bunt, turn a 6-4-3. Did time. WW2.
Did time.
No, okay. And in Jessup, just by the way. Just a heads up.
That's right. That's right. So where were we? Were we going with this to this new? Not new. This ridiculous toupee like extravaganza that's not even really all that ridiculous. It's actually quite phenomenal if you look into it.
Alan, how many platters made of silver did I hand this man in the last 5 minutes?
A lot.
A lot.
Well, I
It's
thought there
fine.
was supposed to be some transition. You can't just hand me the football and run with it without an offensive line. Okay,
I
There's gotta
lubed
be,
up
there's
the
gotta be
football.
guards. it's got to be a fullback, maybe a couple blocking wide receivers.
I'm just sitting here saying how, like, I don't have any hair to change up, so I have to work with my face only because I don't have any hair on my head in order to create a new look that defines the outside exterior of who I am. How are we going to lead
Well,
into this
you-
toupee talk?
Well, you are in luck because barber Geraldo Quinones, who goes by Q, operates the Royal Crown Hair Club in Harlem. Basically, just creates these goddamn extravagant. And I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being sarcastic about this. These things are phenomenal. Should I share a few before and afters?
And just to let you know, these things started out overseas. These started out in like the Asian markets where they still like, you should feel shame for not having hair. And yeah, like it's basically they take saran wrap and they make a model of your head and then they have real hair and they cut out the shape of this saran wrap and make like a base layer for the hair to go on top of, and boom, they can perfectly place it to meet your skull.
Yeah. Now okay. I also want to point out though that he did do a pretty good job on this guy's beard. You know what I mean? The before is just a kind of standard groomed beard, and he shaped it up. He did the fade. He gave the guy hooked it up. It wasn't just. I mean, listen, the that's the side. That's the vegetable du jour. The main course is the guy's toupee. But check this out. This guy went from Ron Howard
Yeah.
to David fucking Beckham in a dorky manner.
Yes, maybe. I mean, hair-wise, yes. No other feature of this human screams David Beckham.
He's got the Nike glasses. I don't know. There's that. Anywho, I didn't realize. I mean, the market for this is like fucking $8 billion. There's a few things, but man, they did like the toupee game. I mean, we used to play a game with my dad and my brother when we were kids called Rug Alert.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
we
look
didn't
at
call it
that.
that, but we
Yeah.
we pointed them out.
Yeah, well, we made up a name because we're funny people, but and assholes and dicks. But man, I guess Murr, are you thinking about flying over or not flying over? Are you flying about taking a trip up to Harlem, Bronx,
I don't
Brooklyn?
think you
Where the
need to
hell
go
is
that
this?
far.
Harlem.
I mean, look, I feel like you could go down to the Halloween shop and I think you should, maybe just try things on, see what you like. No, they're made of nylon and all that, but I'm willing to bet it doesn't look that hard. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to style it, but I feel like if I got like the real human hair and then just made my own little headpiece, and then I was like, can you style this up for me? I just don't think I'd want to grow in the sides. You know what I mean? Like, because thankfully, because of Michael Jordan, like white men across America decided it was okay to shave their head finally, and you find very few men with like what I call like the halo around the sides.
Oh
Just-
yeah.
In order for those to work, you have to have the halo of hair around the side of your head. I just don't know that I'm willing to look like a fucking turd the other 90% of my life besides the time that I'm just sticking this thing to it. It just seems like a lot of effort. that I don't care about anymore.
I guess does your halo grow in shitty?
No, that's like, I mean, every time anytime I'm wearing a ball cap, like people are like, "Why you shave your head? You got plenty of hair." And I take my hat off and like, "Oh, good call. Leave the hat on. You should trim that up when you get home." Like, yeah, I know. I'm on it. Thanks. No, but the halo side, yeah, the hair around the sides comes in just fine. There's no problem with that. It's just everything in the middle here. I feel like this is a step backwards for men though. Because this was a market that didn't need to exist. I feel like the toupee market fell off because men were like, I would rather just be bald than have a young Dewey, West, and Alan Fox play Rug Alert in the local McDonald's. Like, because I know I'm not fooling anybody because this looks like shit. I'd rather just look like natural shit than unnatural shit. And this throws like a wrench back in the game. It kind of fucks up hair care products, I guess, if you will, like your Rogaines of the world, all those Hims products that they've been trying to pimp for the last several years, because that shit turns your fucking like pillowcases brown if you're not aware. If you put Rogaine on for too long, it fucks your hormones up. It depletes your testosterone and fucks with your dopamine and shit. Like, it causes all of these other health issues just to have some sprouts on top. That just seems not worth it to me at all.
Yeah, dude, reducing your testosterone, aka your fucking mojo, for the sake of hair. Yeah, no, thank you. And like, yeah, baby, I look great, don't I? But look, yeah, that boner, that ain't happening. Sorry. This looks good though. We can go out.
It sounds counterintuitive because, like, isn't that why you don't have hair in the first place?
What, because you have too much testosterone?
Is it too much or is it not enough?
It's supposed to be
Oh.
too much, but in the wrong place of your body. It's not like I'm so much more manly than you guys. That's why I don't have hair. I got hair around my nipples. I got so
It's
much
like you got like a
testosterone.
hairy ass or chest or some bullshit. You got no head hair. That would suck.
Well, as two men that are lucky, look at you, lucky dogs walking around. I guess you're lucky dogs, right? I mean, you guys got to style that shit before you go to work every day. I just wake up, run a finger across my head, not too greasy. I'm just gonna put a shirt on and go.
Yeah, no more shampoo. That'd be nice just to do it like bar soap, a little lather. I mean, there is that. And you also, I wanted to bring up a good point that there have been, and luckily enough, the comb over was shamed out of society.
Yeah.
But the halo as well. And not to say that the halo was bad, but it certainly kind of got, I guess enough weird looks, enough jokes, enough wisecracks for people to go, all right, well, I'm just shaving it all off.
Yeah. I would, because like my vote would be get rid of all the other facial hair, go with the mustache, grow in the halo, groom it up.
Really?
Groom it up nice.
I don't know how. Like, sometimes I see the guys with the halo. Like, who's who's the bald guy who he's in the drummer movie? J.K. Simmons, is that his name?
This is Adventures of Power.
No, J.K. Simmons.
Adventures of
Yeah,
Power.
he's in the movie with Miles Teller and the drum line, or not drum line. That's fucking no.
Nick Cannon.
Fucking hey, man. He played J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. J.K. Simmons. He's a fucking Academy Award-winning actor. He was in Oz.
You talk about the farmers insurance
Yeah,
commercial.
bum
guy.
bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
We've seen everything, guys.
You should've
Jesus
said
Christ.
that shit. That's
Everything
led with.
this guy's entire fucking theatrical and fucking motion picture career has been fucking dumbed down to a fucking farmer's insurance commercial.
Yeah,
Really?
but he fucking nailed him. So I'm saying, yeah, you know what I mean. Look, I don't dislike all of the other things you talked about now that I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I know him as that guy.
We've seen a few things.
Yeah, he walks
re-
through like halls of statues dedicated to fucking insurance claims.
Yes, I
That's
know.
how more memorable of a role does he have?
Okay.
He raped Beecher in Oz in the first episode. Yes,
That's fair.
there's that.
But it was
You could have actually probably led with that. That would have made more sense.
But it was a power move.
Look,
Okay?
fucking
Yeah.
jail rape on HBO or insurance commercials. That's my reference for that guy.
He does have a really good line when he's getting shit canned in that George Clooney movie where George Clooney just fires people.
I don't know what that one is.
It's with who's the broad from Pitch Perfect.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, she's in it as well. George Clooney fires people. He's like a consultant who other companies hire him for layoffs. And the premises of the movie is that they're going to do it virtually. They're going to do it via what we're doing right here. And anyway, he's firing J.K. J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
So I was about to say J.K. Thomas, and he's like, do you know why we love do you know why kids love athletes? And he goes, I don't know, they fuck supermodels. He's like, no, that's why we love athletes. Anyhow.
So anywho, yeah, a movie that none of us have seen. You're fully aware of him. Anyway, he seems to do an okay job growing the Halo thing around, and it doesn't look weird. I just don't feel like I can get there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I could wake up every day with a little more growth pattern on the outer edges of my skull and be like, this is looking sharp. Oh, this is coming in nice.
Well, you just continue to wear the hat until it grows into a point where you can go get it like evened out and lengthwise. You know what I mean?
I know, but then I feel like I'm like auditioning for a role as like sociologist in some upcoming theater act at my local community college. Like, because why would I be doing that? I'm giving myself hair to not kind of style. I don't understand.
I mean, a little style.
You're auditioning for a role where you get fired in an adaptation of a George Clooney movie.
Where he fires me.
Where
I'm
he
liking
fires
this.
people.
I'm liking this. Play a real J.K. Simmonsy kind of character.
Think about it.
Thought
Spitball.
about it. Now, what do you think? Would you respect a guy? Imagine this too. I watched a guy. It was on a TikTok video actually, and it was an advertisement for this same hair system, right? And he's going like this. He's peeling back his scalp and he's spraying it with some sort of solvent to get some of the goo off. He's actually doing this to show you how easy the application and taking off process is. And like there, you can see this like slimy goo as he's peeling back. And then he's like, watch. And then he sprays the rest of his head and he wipes it down with a rag. Then he sprays the inside of the toupee thing and he wipes it down with a rag. And then he gets out like this fucking old school like rubber cement. And he's putting it on the toupee spot. And then he sprays his head with some sort of other kind of glue. And he's like, "Arr." Now I will admit, once you get good at it, probably only takes about 5 minutes total to get ready in the morning.
Good at it.
Good at it. But then I'm like, okay, yes, and now you look like that, but you're going to have conversations with people in your life that maybe you haven't met yet that's going to be really awkward. I don't want to shock you. Mom, you're going to have to watch me get ready for bed.
As long as it sounds like that, I'm okay with it.
But man, he looks good on the dance floor.
That's right. Dude, Sarah wanted me to ask you guys this in the I guess the gourmet style hairpiece bit that we did, the news story that we just talked about. So kind of like a mashup between hat shaming and catfishing. Okay, because you're presumably not getting this, then going out of the dating world, or maybe you are, right?
I feel like people who would get this, you would be so ashamed of your current look that you get this because you think, oh, once I get this hair system, oh, that's when I'm gonna be knocking them down.
Yeah, so at some point, you know, whether or not you win this person over, I mean, is it going to happen in the heat of the moment, second or third date? You know, it's that classic like, you want to come inside, and it cuts to like fucking shit getting knocked off the counters, you know, clothes flying everywhere. Then some hair gets pulled. Like, what's this? You're really strong. You just pulled my hair off.
All of it at once.
Yeah,
I guess that's what I'm getting at. Is like, doesn't it just seem as though you've made life harder for this aesthetic? Like, I don't blame the people that are trying to sell this hair system. It's not surgery. There's no healing process. I've seen the guys. There's a couple of guys on TikTok who have been, I don't know, tracking their progress with their hair transplants. A couple of them look really good, and they're permanent. So I feel like you put a lot of skin in that game, and if you win, you win. But if it goes wrong, then you're Joe Buck, and like 4 of your vocal cords are paralyzed, and you have a stroke because they fucking hit a nerve in your skull. Like, that's a problem too. So this seems like you can make the decision whether you're bald or not. And it seems like a legitimate decision to try to make, but it seems like a lot of fucking hassle that I wouldn't want in my life. Because once I lost my hair, I was way too concerned with the way my hair looked. And my hair, honestly, never really looked that good. And so once it finally went away and I got over that, I was like, we can live life now. Free of this anxiety.
That's when you started living, huh?
That was it.
that's when life began.
When everything turned around for him.
It's
Like
I'm glad.
he's been on an upward trajectory to a Tesla ever since.
I'm glad you had just a second to digest what you just said, because that was now I can live now.
The lofty heights.
I think I got a couple of bullets upstairs I need to polish before bed. Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
That's when you started living, huh? When you got the old Remington out and fucking... That was it. That was the day. I can remember. I went down. I signed off on the mortgage.
There was a BH and an after H in the timeline, before hair and after hair.
Oh God! I tell you what though, it's when I became more confident, because the first time you shave your head with a Bic razor and you walk into a Walmart in a fucking like podunk wall white boy town, you feel like everybody's looking at you for the wrong reason. You feel like the Alan Giannis's of the world are like, the fuck's that guy up to?
Keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah.
He's probably making a beeline for the lube section. He's gonna like pace up and down 15 minutes. Middle class
just hovers around the lube section of my bed.
Middle class everyone. Murr, Alan, and Fox, man. Thank y'all for entertaining us. Check it out though. We'll post this up at some point in time. But these things are I posted on the official Middle Class Holes Facebook page on Tuesday. Before they have a bunch of videos of how it's done. I mean, it's impressive.
Okay.
Regardless of your opinion on it, you can appreciate, dare I say, art.
Well, what's your guys? Where do you guys land on this? I mean, it doesn't affect you, obviously. I mean, this is not a decision that I'm going to be making for myself. I look at it. I guess I applaud the low-grade technology that it is, because I think simple technology is the best technology. And this is literally just good-looking hair that's glued onto your head. To me, that's not surgery. That's not thousands of dollars. It's a one-time payment, and good luck. It's your system. Where do you guys fall on this thing?
I mean, I don't care. If you really want to go for it, man. Like, I think, and like the technology, I think they just really kind of adapted like the black girl wig technology, and just gave it to dudes. So it's not like they're reinventing the wheel here or anything. But yeah, I mean, if that's what floats your boat, man. Like once I find out, though, I'm gonna roast the shit out of you, and fucking, it is what it is. It's fine. You could look cool. I'm not gonna tell anybody. Well, maybe a couple people, but yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, I'm not for or against it in terms of a person's decision to what they want to do with their life and how they want to spend their money and how they want to look, by all means. And I certainly understand, someone in the early to mid 20s developing male pattern baldness and getting, anxiety and insecurity about it, and be like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Hello, God. And it's like, as insecure as fucking men are in general, let alone someone in their early 20s who's just about to hit, prime years of their life. And like, whoa, shit, fuck, my hair's falling out like Samson. But in the same vein as Alan said, yeah, if you're in my friend group and you do that and I find out about it, it's kind of, the gloves come off.
Yeah.
I get to be like, oh, cool, man.
I might grow my hair out just to fuck with you. And, you know what I mean? Once I found out, I'd be like, oh,
have the
luscious
barber
my hair is.
barber save some, like sweep it up and just put it in the bag. Like, hey, man,
my hair, and be like, hey, man, look, you can make wigs out of it.
Imagine if you had that kind of relationship with your barber and he was like, one day, like when you were like 26, he's like, listen, I don't want to see you for about 6 months. You're like, what? I don't want to see you for about 6 months. When you come in here the next time, we're giving you a buzz cut. You're going to thank me for it. And he's going to just, and he keeps a bag of like hair that's like 8 inches long, and he fucking bundles it. And he fucking writes your name on it, puts it in a fucking corner. We're going to need that one day, buddy. Now, I'll see you again in another 6 months. We're gonna style you up nice for the next 5 years. After that, I'm gonna have a surprise for you. And you come in one day, and he's like, I built this. This is for you. You know, like I feel like that would be. That sounds like a doctor that should exist in America. You know, that sounds like how doctors' offices should work, but for hair systems.
It's like
That sounds solely like the idea of a balding white man or a bald white man.
Well, okay. Here's the thing, though. What would you suggest? Okay, Wes. What would you suggest? Like, I don't know. So I don't know who you went out with to the bars, like in your mid-20s, but like one of them's going bald. Like, would you suggest this? This is you now know about this, right? Transport yourself back a few years. Would you suggest this to a friend, or would you just be like, just shave it, dude? Fuck it, we're done.
Okay.
Move on.
we're suspending reality a little bit because me and every friend that I had that I went to the bars with in my mid-20s, none of us could afford this shit. So let's money aside, and this is not like it's a lot of money. But
How much do these things cost? Was that in the article? I didn't scan
no,
that
but
far
my
out.
guess is
Let's say
something like this is probably
8,000.
a couple $8,000. Yeah, none of my friends had. I guarantee you, very few had $8,000, let alone to spend.
What's it called again?
I don't know, Guillermo.
I
something
just
or
type
other.
in like designer toupee or something like that.
But let's just say, okay, they had the money to spend. Would I recommend it then?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. At my mid-20s. And they're like, yeah, man, I'm really thinking about doing this. And they showed me what I just saw on the screen here, the results, the before and after. Fuck, yeah. Hold on to it for a few years.
Because I think I ended up shaving my head at like 28, 29. Would you
Okay.
have? Would you have been Mur? Listen,
I wouldn't have recommended it if you came to me with it and been like, hey, I'm thinking about this. And I saw what I just saw. And, the money was right. I'd be like, yeah, do that. Don't do it forever, but do it. And yeah, why not, man? It's like you were holding on to a little bit of
Well,
youth.
I guess the reason I'm torn is you're lying to the world, right? To make yourself feel better, and you're gonna have to get over that eventually, or you're just gonna keep lying. Like think about like those. You talked about the comb over earlier, right? At some point, there was a guy who had a friend who was losing his hair, and he started to let like just the hair on the left side of his head get real long, right? And at first it wasn't too much because it was just around the front. It was like, man, that blends in real nice. And then by the time they hit like 35, he had 4 feet of hair on one side of his head that he was fucking performing a magic trick on in the morning with Aquanet and fucking Just for Men. And nobody continued to say anything. Like, looks for what it is, looks pretty natural. And they let him do that forever. And I feel like if they were better friends, they would have been like, look, man, it's over. Just stop. Like, okay, I'll ask you this, Wes. As a white man, it's bound to happen. I know you know this. Like, you're going to have some male pattern baldness in the next 10 years, no matter what you try to do. What are you going to do? You just going to be like Jim Palmer it and go get fucking, like, plugs? Or are you going to, like, just say, Palmer might be a bad option?
I mean, how much are we talking? Like, my dad had a little bit of baldness, but it was a very, very minor spot in the back of his skull, and then a little bit of kind of what do they call it by like the corners of his temples.
Yeah, I just think call that
I'm
normal.
okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just let it roll.
All right.
At that point, I mean, with 10 years, I'm gonna be 51. Like at that point, dude, I'm probably sitting down to pee all the time.
If you're anything like me, you've already gotten there.
Maybe sooner.
Alan, what did you find? Did you find a price tag on these?
Yeah, they're $500.
Oh Jesus! Fuck. Get
Oh,
4.
man.
Get a couple.
Now I'm thinking about mohawks and shit. Now I'm thinking about. Okay.
You got some Halloweens coming up.
Oh man! But see, now I'm thinking about it more like performative. Like I feel like this today, and I'm gonna put on my.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
This is like a bad Jack Tours Jerky Boys.
I'm going to be late 90s Ryan Seacrest today with the frosted tips. And then I think tomorrow, I think I'm going to be a young JC Shazaz from NSYNC. A little bit of a curly Q coming down.
we're gonna get this very new, very innovative style of cutting hair that involves fire and lasers and blades. It's very kinky and erotic, and very effective.
I'll be honest. I think if they get the adhesive system down a little better, this might become commonplace in all households for that price tag that Alan just talked about. You get it down to $300 and it's just a mist and a stick. Then all it is you just got to line it up. Like there's just a line you got to
That
hit.
really just looks like all it is. It's
Yeah.
just some fucking some stuff.
You know that the Gen 1 of this like had where fake skin met forehead, and it just looked ridiculous. It
Yeah.
just looked like a Halloween wig, like the Cuckster.
Like the Custer. Look, I guess it seems like baldness is the last bastion of body shaming that's allowed in like most of the world and social media in America, and it just seems unfortunate. It just seems unfortunate that men have to put themselves through this misery and continue to do so. I like my bald ass head, I really do. Alan, look this up. Video game headphone heads. Have you seen this? There's these guys that are online 24 hours a day, and they've been learning once they shave their heads that when they right where these headphones are sitting on my head right now, I'm not just talking about an indentation. Do you remember that guy Halfhead who was making his rounds on social media for a few years? He had some sort of traumatic
Yeah.
like brain injury, and he literally like had like half a head. These guys have
Real original nickname.
Dude, I did not realize how quickly your head would deform from these headphones. Are you seeing anything?
Yeah, I see a couple of them.
Share that shit.
Share that shit.
I had a question, by the way. What did you call the hair on the side? The horseshoe?
The halo. I guess it is horseshoe. That's technically.
Halo horseshoe. What did Costanza have? Where it was bald in the front and bald in the... Jesus. Looked like someone took a
that's-
crowbar to his
Dude,
head.
that's tame. That's tame. Yeah, there you go. The guy on the left there. Like
Yeah.
these guys are developing these indentations across the tops of their head. And there was a whole challenge of these Twitch streamers. They're like, oh, there you go. If you guys don't think, they're like, if you guys don't think this is affecting you, shave your head. And so they had like a shave your head party on Twitch. And these guys kept shaving their heads. And all of a sudden they realized that they were they were having these massive indentations happen in the center of their skulls. Going the wrong way, by the way. I don't know if there is a right way, but...
Yeah,
That's insane.
it's pretty wild.
That's insane. I've never heard of that. Gamer's head. Ooh. Poor bastards.
That's the only head gamers are getting, you know what I'm saying?
What did you call? What would you call the Costanza? Where it was kind of like bald, most of the front, and then like a little landing strip that connected the sides and then the back.
Well, I mean, the Costanza was just like a horseshoe in training. Like, he was getting there.
Yeah.
And by the way, Jason Alexander actually, and I feel bad for somebody like him, he actually had I don't know if maybe he had this particular toupee thing earlier than everybody else, or there were some guys that were going in and they were actually having magnets implanted just below the skin, and then you would have a toupee and it would magnetize like straight to the top of your head, just boom, like rare earth mineral, boom, and it would stay. It was like that stiff of a connection. Now see, that makes more sense to me.
I don't know how I feel about having magnets surgically implanted below the skin of my head, but I understand what you're saying.
But I mean, if it's just like a half-inch little like, you know, WWE style, like I'm gonna bleed on this one kind of cut, and then you slide something under the skin and it curves back over it. That seems less invasive, and you don't have to spread fucking 1980s model glue on your bald ass head every fucking morning before you go to work.
Just smell it and then
it's
put it on your head.
I think it's a little fucking more advanced than that, but
Is it?
All right. Just a shade under 40 minutes, and I'm cutting the bald talk off.
Okay,
'Cause I want to get to. That's fine. We're good. It was great banter. I'm not knocking it. We do have a friend or foe to get to, and I don't. Do we just bash Gen Z on this show? Millennials and Gen Z. Do we just?
Do we just
I'm a
like?
millennial.
Not just, but it seems like every time they were brought up, we like total line in the sand.
Okay, well, give me an example. Like, what did we bash them for?
I don't know. I think we always bring them up in the context of something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, technically is the answer to your question. Like, what did they want to replace fucking like laughing my ass off with or fucking
Okay, well
laughing?
that's a to me that's a different example.
You know
I
what I
just feel
mean?
I feel like they're just far enough behind us that they're the ones that are trying to change the zeitgeist of America, so we have to attack them. Like, and I don't mean it, I don't necessarily mean it as an attack as much as like should this become common? And they're going to be the ones to make it normal if it becomes
Hmm.
normal. So we kind of have to go after them because who else is going to be providing the change that doesn't affect us in any fucking way?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. I guess it
You're,
depends.
yeah, because for the most part, I don't say never, but this particular occurrence, which we're going to talk about, is something that us three will probably never have again. So, what are Gen Zers doing, Murr? That is our week this week, friend or foe?
All right, well, let's get to it. Your friend or foe, going to read a news story to you. See if you agree or disagree. Friend or foe, broke Gen Zers are skipping first dates and meeting each other virtually instead. So, virtual first dates are becoming popular again due to the soaring cost of living. Gen Zers are opting to meet someone over Zoom or FaceTime for convenience and flexibility. However, virtual dating can't replace the chemistry and spark of an in person meeting, which I think is complete horseshit and bullshit. This article continues with all sorts of different sub headlines. New look. Oh, never mind. That was an advertisement. New look. Sign up to get the inside scoop on today's biggest stories in markets, techs, big. Anyway, virtual dating is a pandemic era trend, and apparently it's coming back because of blah 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 blah. I don't want to keep reading the story. The person keeps adding their fucking 2 cents into this. But virtual dating for the first date, friend or foe? Should you always have to go out and meet someone on a first date? Because how else are you going to get to know them unless it's in person? Or foe? No, I think a virtual date's fine if you really want to discuss personality. I think words would be the best opportunity to perform that action. So friend or foe? Wes, virtual dating. First date. I'm going to say first date only for this.
Yeah, first date, but for the christening, the maiden voyage. This, this is tough because there was a long time where I was like the scene in Half Baked when Dave Chappelle has to have a date with Mary Jane for $8. You know, like, hey, let's go for a walk. Hey, let's get an ice cream sundae. Hey, let's get a taxi ride. And I'm not saying it was that bad, but there were some times where I'm like, all right, we're gonna get a couple beers, an appetizer, and keep it down to a dull roar in terms of money spent. Gotta economize. Gotta watch my bank account. So has it gotten that bad? I don't know. I'm not in my early 20s and I'm not scraping by anymore. But that being said, I guess I could somewhat sympathize with the economic climate and people in their early 20s just getting out of college, trying to build a bit of a resume and some skills and things like that. I don't know, man. Like, I doesn't some of the excitement on the first date possibly getting laid, maybe a kiss, you know, isn't that fun?
That's fun, but like I mean, so I'm just asking though, friend or foe? We've been
I'll
very loose with the friend or foes over the
yeah,
years.
I
So.
will I will friend it because again, in my libertarian views on society, I would never criticize someone for wanting to do this, and how whatever connection you make is your own path and your own journey and however you want to do it. And if you two are comfortable and this is what you want to do, by all means, and especially if you're saving some money, I get it. I just, man, I don't know, just like some sort of spark excitement. For me personally, sitting down, get a little bit of wine, maybe crack a joke, hear a different laugh, a different point of view, catch a different, different glimpse of a rear end when they get up and use the bathroom. Ah, man, whew, you're not getting that via Zoom
You're not
unless you
wrong.
tell them. Yeah,
I've got some thoughts on this, Alan. What do you got? Are
Uh,
you friending friend? Okay, yeah, because I'm changing the parameters of the friend or foe. Are you friend of virtual dating, first date only, or foe of virtual date?
I guess to answer, I would friend it because I don't see the harm in it. I think like maybe it saves a little time. Maybe like I I could see times where it warrants it, and I'd be like, maybe I'm kind of into this chick, but not really. So let's just do it this way. And then I talked to her for like 30 seconds, and she says some shit about fucking like Mercury and retrograde or some bullshit. And I'm like, "See, done. Didn't need to go anywhere to fucking learn that. We got that out of the, you know what? So I think it's economical. It's a little impersonal, which is probably a bigger issue for human society as a whole at this point in time. So like, I want to foe it on that regard, but like for me as a logical person of efficiency, yeah, sure, why not? First date, fuck it, let's do it. Zoom it up.
It does seem weirdly extensive or an extension of online matchmaking. You know what I mean? You're swiping left, you're swiping right, you're looking at pictures, you get a couple, bullet points or summarization of who they are, where they live, what they're interested in, and then it's like, oh, our first date is a Zoom interview where we can talk more about that to see whether or not we want to meet up in person. That's kind of like, again, I am being
Or like
slightly
a half
critical of
date,
it, but
or like a date vetting period.
that's yeah. There you
It's not
go.
like a date, but like it's like okay, well, I would, I would touch privates with you. Your 6 words profile seems like I might enjoy your company. Let's hop on a Zoom, talk about stuff. You know, I find out you, you think Hitler had decent ideas, and then I'm like, okay, we're good. It's just there's lots of things that can come out real quick that you could just be like, all right, we're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's also stuff that can come out and be like, all right, let's. You know what? Want to meet right now? Let's go. Talk
That's
about this.
Alan's just stole a little bit of my thunder. It's like you get like 20 minutes into this thing and it's like, hey, what are you doing right now? Because, like, I got to be honest with you. I really got worked up for this sit down just to chat with you. But I'm already dressed. If you're halfway dressed, I'll meet you down at the bar right now. You want to go? You want to go ahead on? You want to have date 2? Let's go have date 2. And you could, you know what I mean? You could. Let's go on our second date right now. And you could
And you could
really
be like, well, hold on, it's past happy hour. I don't know.
But see, I see this beyond just a financial thing. I feel like this is probably the best way to go because, especially as probably the most introverted motherfucker on this podcast, like how much in the past, how many quote unquote dates I would have gone on if I could have just sat down here just like this and had the conversation. Because I'll be honest with you, Wes, I was never the guy that was like, oh, I might get laid tonight. No, that was not in my cards. That was like the fucking top card that just has all the information about the deck you bought. We just threw that away. That didn't exist. So it
No
was
one
like,
sat. No one sat down and was like, "Hey, has anyone ever told you look like Tom Selleck?" And you're like, "Oh my god, it might happen tonight."
so you're telling me I look 10 years older than I am. All right, do this. Nah, I just feel like if the first date is about conversation and getting to know the person, then this seems like a very easy medium, and you get to learn. Here's the other couple of things you get to learn about the person, especially in the year 2024. Do they understand technology? Did they log on no problem? Did they have any issues with their headphones or microphone? If they did, could they resolve it quickly? Once you got into it, were they able to share screens? Like, oh, J.K. Simmons, you remember him from the State Farm commercials?
Farmers insurance commercials. Yeah.
And
You
pull up
you have
screenshots.
you have car insurance? Weird.
See, red flag. See,
And like
it's come out.
And like Alan just said, like if it's going really well and it's only 8:30 and it's like, do you want to go ahead and fucking pull the trigger and go grab a couple of drinks? Then we move into stage 2 of your intercontinental ballistic missile trying to reach target there, Wes, where you can maybe like, a glimpse of this. You could even be like, hey, before we do this, why don't you stand up and give me a twirl? And then if they're like, I don't know, like, never mind, boop, gone.
To be clear, first of all, I never said that to a first date, second date, or even third. Hey, stand up and spin around for me. All right.
Well, you
Okay.
never did a virtual date. I'm just saying, you might have.
I
You
know.
never experienced it.
And I'll even be willing so far that to go far to say something like this. Okay. And whether or not Gen Z is getting it right with this, I don't know. I guess the jury's still out. We'll find out, to be determined. But with the current divorce rate that it's at, which is what now hovering just above 50%.
Yeah, it's like 51-49 now.
Yeah, like okay, maybe there's time for reform in that. Maybe there's
What do you
time to
mean?
try something new to figure out.
What do you mean?
I mean, if the standard definition of what we know about dating and courting
Sure.
and getting to know someone isn't working, if it's working to a point where it's the minority, why not try something else?
No, you're right. And it's funny that you open this with like, are we always attacking Gen Z? I feel like this time we're actually like saying, hey, good idea, guys. Well
Sure.
done. It's funny you bring up the divorce rate too, because like back in the day, you pretty much got married when you knew the least amount about someone. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Stephanie Lou down the way thinks you're hot to trot. Really? I should give her an engagement ring. And then all of a sudden, like, you just started a family like week 3 of knowing each other. And so just time, like, you didn't have time to get a divorce. By the time you got to that point, you just didn't care about sex anymore.
Well, yeah, that was also, it was more transactional. It was like, listen, you keep my house and make my kids. You know what I mean? Like that's you. That's what you do, and I go to work and bang my secretary. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was a different time. But no, I think he's kind of right. Like, it's one of these things where it actually draws a pair. So it's gonna be weird that I link these two together, probably. But like, forget what I was watching. It might have actually been the Daily Show. I'm not gonna lie. But whoever he had on, they had on. The question came up of like, and this is gonna fucking be philosophical, but like, is democracy too slow for the time that we live in? Like, democracy takes time. It takes Congress and the Senate to take time and debate and deliberate. Is it too slow for 2024 and the future? Which is why, to a certain extent, like a certain portion of the population, authoritarianism is seeming more appealing because it moves fast. You can make a decision immediately.
Right. Can I answer that question, or is this a hypothetical?
No, I mean, it was. I mean, you can if you want to. So, but I think it's the same thing, kind of with the dating, right? Like, is traditional dating too slow for the world we live in? Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way anymore, and everybody's got too much on their plate and too much other shit to worry about to fucking waste time on something that's not going to yield later results.
Well, I think on both instances, like, the answer is it's good that we have to ruminate, because it would be better if we ruminated in the dating world. I think that's why divorce rates are so high. I think people get so fucking infatuated with each other so quickly on their first impressions of each other that they get into a scenario where they're not willing to back out of, and they make a commitment, and then it's also become very easy to break commitments. So rather than stick it out, we just throw it away. And I think the reason democracy is good for this era, the slowness of democracy, the bureaucracy of democracy is good, is because we all get these ideas like, hell no, we shouldn't do it. And if we were able to just click yes or no, we would make decisions that might fucking cripple our futures. But because, like, eventually, like, our attention spans are like, I don't really care about that anymore. Vote or don't, whatever. I don't care.
It actually, so when I started to think about it, it kind of reminded me of Idiocracy, right? So like, but no, like, so I think of like Dax Shepard like sitting in his room, right? And he's like trash all around him. He's watching TV. He's got his like soda hooked up to his mouth, and he's literally like just voting on like the things he wants to see on television. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it was kind of like, so I agree with you, Mer. Like, you're right. We do need, it does not need to be this way, because fuck, we would all be dead very fucking quickly if we could all just start making impactful decisions like that on a whim. But yeah, man, I think with dating, fucking, like, again, it's not the same. Like, I think we're a lot of us are peer pressured. At least, like, for my, like, being late 30s now, having gone through that mid 30s period of where like most of my friends got married, like, the ones who like hung on to this antiquated, like, I gotta get married and get a house and have kids, and like the very American dream of the 50s, 60s, 70s that really doesn't exist anymore. I feel like those couples had a harder time staying together than accepting that, like, life together as a married couple isn't that anymore. It's not the picture that your parents had on the wall. We both work full time, we have kids, we have, like, it's not the same as that generation. And to go into your marriage thinking that that's what it's going to be has caused a lot of our generations to divorce, because it's not what life is anymore.
Yeah, because the promise that was is not the reality that is. and so yeah, we're dealing with different parameters. So wow, this got a lot more philosophical than I
Yeah, heavy.
Hey,
anticipated.
man.
But I
Sometimes that's the way it gotta go.
Democracy, fascism, marriage, no marriage. Same, same.
I think meeting. I think we had. I think the whole point of a first date was always just to get to know the person. And because of the technology we have available to us now, we can get to know the person in the most infantile way through this medium. And I think that's the way to go. It's in Wes, it's perfect for your fucking half-baked example. Like, "Ugh, how much money do I have?" Like, it takes away that who's going to get the check? Are we going to split it? There's an anxiety that's gone. What am I going to wear? How much cologne am I going to put on? There's an anxiety that's gone. All the anxieties, the tertiary anxieties that don't have anything to do with understanding who the person is that you're trying to meet are gone by putting it online. And if you can't make each other giggle a little bit like this, you ain't going to make each other giggle in person. So that,
yeah. You're right.
So-
like killing some of that anxiety of face to face. Yeah, I'm not. God, I feel like I'm just like resounding friending this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I get what you're saying. Like it quote unquote steals away from that immediate, like, I don't know, physical self gratification that could potentially be there if everything went well. But again, for a guy like me, there's another source of anxiety. Do I kiss her at the door? Do I drive her home? Do I call her an Uber? Do I try to go inside? Do I do this? No, because all that's taken off the fucking table. Like that doesn't
Right.
exist. Unless you say, hey, again, it's 8:45. You want to go down to the fucking bar that's 4 miles from both of us and meet up? If that's the case, then you know where this is going. And if it's not the case, you might not bring it up, and then you just fucking move on to the second virtual date with someone else.
So to lighten the mood a little bit, a friend of mine who's now married, friend of ours who's now married, said a while back that if I'm not getting physical, and I'm not talking about intercourse or sex, but somewhat intimate by the third date, I'm done. Do you think that's irrational or kind of just an oversight by this person's opinion?
If you've gone on 3 dates and you haven't locked lips,
Yeah.
He said more than that. I asked that. I said, "A kiss good night," and he was like,
okay,
"No,
well,
I'm
what's
talking
the
about."
okay? All right, well, give me a fucking
That's the thing. What's the line?
yeah, give me an
Well,
end zone here.
we were driving in a golf cart, drunk, playing golf, and we talked about this for about 2 or 3 holes, trying to. So I thought that this would be a good conversation between you guys. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you have to have sex with them, but I certainly think some clothes have to come off and some hands got to roam, and you know.
I think and when I say stiff, I hope you guys understand what I mean. I think a stiff grabbing of a butt cheek and a good tongue kiss by the third date is a warranted
Yeah, I think
assumption.
that's okay. I mean, obviously, I always say it depends, right? But like, if my first 3 dates conversation has been fucking pretty damn good, then yeah, I'd expect a little, like, not necessarily more, but like I'll grab a booby, you know what I mean? Or so like, yeah, definitely some making out and stuff.
Heavy
Heavy
petting.
Yeah, heavy petting. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You
But
know
see,
what I mean?
I'm okay with
Like
not.
lukewarm, I'm not going to expect to have gotten a Hummer by date 3. If we're still kind of like, maybe.
Okay.
I still think grabbing a titty's a little. It might be a bridge. I could say by date 3 it might be still a
Getting
bridge
a
too far.
juicy handful of ass, a titty is tantamount.
I don't think a handful because see you don't know my you don't know my technique here, Alan.
Yeah, do tell.
I don't think I want to know, but okay.
Let's hear this play. Let's hear this playbook.
Okay. All right. It's a lean in, right hand, small to back, left hand, small to back as well, and he starts to as I go in for the kiss, it's a cupping of an ass cheek, and almost like a come hither. Grab, pull, mouth, tongue, go, passion, let go. I'll see you tomorrow. And let them want more, and then walk away. That's good.
No
fucking-
one,
That's good.
no,
I'm
no
getting
wonder
all-
you have anxiety about this
gonna
shit.
say,
Just-
Christ.
Step 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah.
and 5, and 6. You sound like you were doing some mariachi fucking.
I'm telling
sequence.
you though, it's one motion though, man. It's one fucking
I
motion.
like how he
mean,
says, "Leave him wanting more," like some sort of Lothario. Fucking.
That's right.
hey buddy, look, I got me
Hey.
a foreigner. Okay, I went in for the first kiss and she pulled back, and I was like, and I didn't even sweat it. I went, next time, baby. And I even
She didn't
went-
understand what you said.
Exactly.
She had no idea what he said.
Well, hey, I want to say this in conclusion. The movie version of what I'm thinking of is it's a successful Zoom date or whatever virtual first date, and then there's like, well, I've had a really great time. Let's meet up for a first date, this weekend or next week or whatever. Yeah, sounds good. All right. Guy closes the computer. He takes his fake wig off, goes, whew, cracks a beer, jerks off, goes to bed. All right.
That movie is way too close to reality.
Always writing. Always writing. All right, Mr. Murrah, let's hear some facts that you dug out from this latest week, probably 3 weeks of
No,
the
I took.
OMG calendar.
I went ahead and took 5 straight days, and I'll tell you what, these 5 days did not fucking fail me. But let's get to it. Your OMG facts. Time for 5 fun facts for you fuckers on a Friday, brought to us by our great friend over on Instagram. You can find him. He's the Cuckster. Cuckster, the number 4 live. That's Cuckster 4 live on his North American tour.
The Cuckster starting the North American tour here soon. Camden, New Jersey. We got Binghamton, New York, Youngstown, Ohio. A couple other real small hotbed Iron Belt cities right around the Appalachian Trail.
That
I'll tell you what,
Rust
man.
Belt love.
Rust Belt.
You know what? Pimp McRam was not on the. He wasn't even on the fucking list to make an appearance until after Alan brought him up last week. So if you want to find out everything you need to know about the Cuckster, you find him on Instagram, Cuckster for life. Let's get to it. 5 fun facts for you fuckers on a Friday. Did you know the average woman's uterus expands up to 500 times its normal size during pregnancy?
Which one is the uterus again? Is it that the thing that you flick on the third date?
That's right.
Yeah.
Thought so.
Also expands during my first Zoom meeting. You know what I'm saying?
There's a good I don't try to remember. It was my dad wrote a porn novel. It was a podcast about some like this. Like,
Hold on, back up. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Start this over
ahead.
again. Every word you just said.
Right?
there's a podcast called "My Dad Wrote a Porn Novel."
Okay, all right. This
And
is okay.
someone's it's English. Someone's parent in the '80s wrote an exotic romantic novel that was like relatively graphic, and one of it was like about entering someone's cervix. Like, oh, and I passionately entered her cervix, and the woman was like, "This guy, did your dad take a fucking anatomy class when he was growing up? That's disgusting. That's not sexual at all."
No.
I kind of feel like this would be in the same realm. Entered her
Yeah,
uterus.
no.
Ooh.
If there's something not going on, I know some people find this very hot and heavy, but like a nurse practitioner will grease her entire hand up and go inside there and feel around for what's going down. Not exactly hot.
That's on the first date too. Damn. Wow. Good for her. Damn. Didn't even do it virtually.
Oh boy. Let's move on to something.
500. Hold on. 500 times though. What,
Yeah,
'cause
that's a
of the child?
lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot. Imagine if if your cock was like, "Oh, we're going in for business. Let's hawk up."
Hulk up. Let's take Randy Savage elbow drop and then kick out at 2.
I mean, 500 times. 500 times.
It can though. Does it?
What, your penis?
No, it's the uterus.
Yes. But I'm saying,
I
what
mean,
if,
is that common? Like, is that a
Average.
common thing?
Is that what that
I mean,
you said? The average.
the average woman's uterus, yeah. So, I mean, like,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, dude, you're pushing a human out of it. I mean, so it's getting all swelled up and
You're growing a human in it, really.
Yeah.
it's getting all swole and ready to do its thing. You know what I'm saying? We have no idea. I think we all like
I
think
mean,
like,
I
okay,
do, but I'm not going to talk about it.
no. I mean, I just as men, I think we're like, okay, vagina, and we get this image in our minds of like, the exterior, clit, lips, vagina, and then it's like uterus. Oh yeah, that's the thing just inside where I like to be. And then
Is that wrong? Okay.
and then there's uterus, and we're like, yeah, that's the thing that's behind that does stuff. And
It's
we're like,
behind trapdoor number 2, right?
yeah, and we act like we know what we're talking about, and we're like, no, we have no fucking idea.
It's like an old game show where there's 3 doors. One
Yeah.
has one has $500. The other two's you don't know.
Yeah, and most men in America under the age of 30 don't want what's behind door number 3. Like, shit. Something's in the uterus? God damn it. You can keep it. You can keep it there. Black Drew Carey. What's his name?
Jesus.
Black Jew Carey.
Steve Harvey.
No. He was on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, wait.
Wayne Brady. There we go. Come on,
Yeah.
tell me that's not the Black Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
not racist if it's true. We've
Yeah.
learned these things.
Gotcha.
It's
Did
like
you
funny
know?
from Drew Carey, though.
Yeah, 100%. Andy knows what's going on. Drew
Yeah.
Carey's been like just dive bombing the world with like some rare form of early onset dementia for like the last 30 years, and it's just fucking worked out for him because he's likable. Did you know golf balls were made of wood until the 16th century?
I didn't know that, but that's not shocking. I'm surprised they had the wherewithal to make them out of wood. They probably used like a hip joint of a fucking goat or something.
Well, there's a reason they're called woods. Fucking wet.
Yeah, but that's the clubs, right?
Yeah, he's saying the balls. The balls are made out of wood.
balls?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said? Oh, goddamn. No, I did not.
Well, I would
Yeah.
think by the 16th century, you're talking about the 1500s. One, I'm surprised that like the quote unquote game of golf was being played in the 1500s. What else would you make them out of back then? I mean, go get yourself some good oak or walnut or something like that. I mean, like that's a ball that's gonna travel a distance, I would assume.
Yeah. I get there's probably zero rules or regulation. It was just like, bring your own. Someone's like, oh, Timmy Fitzpatrick made a nice little stone. Then fucking shatters his club. Well, I'm out for today.
I thought they were rocks.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Rocks.
gonna say, what were they made out of? I mean, I literally have some woods from I would assume like the 30s or 40s, like they were my grandfather's, and they are just like I think they're hickory, and they have like a metal plate, like where the ball strikes. That's it. And I can't hit over 200 yards with them, or 200 feet, whatever the distancing is.
Yards. Yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hit any further than that, but those are the only clubs I can hit straight. So I might, if I ever do golf again one day, then those will be what I use.
You should dress like someone from the late 1800s.
Just
Get
wear
just some knickers and we'll do. Yep. Alan probably knows. He knows a guy.
I'll get a bad wig,
Yep.
Yeah.
I
get a
gotta,
mustache in.
get a comb over wig. Yeah.
damn, I'm looking at the evolution of the golf ball.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
What were they?
Was I
originally?
wrote? Was like
So
goat
wooden
hip?
golf balls, it looks like were like one of the originals. So wooden golf balls played in the 14th century. All right, and then they moved to what they called hairy golf balls, which were just hand sewn round leather balls filled with cow's hair or straw.
and those went further than wood.
I guess.
Because you're thinking about compression though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
Compression
thinking about,
is where.
I know,
is
but I
it-
guess
is it-
I guess
Go
I'm
ahead.
thinking about like, yeah, I mean compression. Obviously, I think yeah, but like, I feel like something that's made of like hair, unless you're really able to wind it like a baseball. Like,
Well, it's
I think
made of
that's
leather
the-
with stuff stuffed into it. So I guess if you stuff it hard enough, you know what I mean? Or stuff it like
get to that uterus.
full enough. Yeah. And then you had feathery golf balls, which are basically the same as hairy golf balls except stuffed with feathers. goose or chicken feathers, which became very popular because you could stuff them with more feathers than you could hair. So compression again, they went further, and then
Alan, you could teach a bullshit elective sports appreciation class at a community college with
oh,
this.
dude, I would do that.
Dude, the most fascinating sports ball to watch be made is the cricket ball. If you ever just anytime you get a chance, go to YouTube and like
Seen
type in like how it's made cricket balls. It's just fucking fascinating. Baseballs are really cool too, but because they're still pretty traditional given the amount of technology that we have available. But cricket balls, man, that's just something else. It's just something else. Yeah.
And then in
Alan,
the
anything
no, no,
more?
I'm not done. 1800s, fucking, they started to make the gutty ball, which was made from sap from a tree in Malaysia. It was like rubber, basically.
Yeah.
So the
And
white
that's
guy
when they
went into Malaysia, cut it all down.
basically, yeah. Uh, fucking, and that's when they started making like not dimples, but like fucking pattern or like textured golf balls because you achieved more consistent ball flight, and then you moved into rubber core golf balls, which is what we have today.
I also watched a documentary on the fucking dimpling of a golf ball. Like that's proprietary fucking
It
technology.
is.
Like you will end up in a fucking ditch
Mm-hmm.
if you share like the elaborate algorithm that it takes to put like that amount of like dimples on a Titleist.
Yeah, ask Costco about it. Ask Kirk.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because of the Kirkland ball. Yeah.
When they first made the Kirkland ball, it was basically like an identical of the Titleist Pro V1, and so they got sued. And
Wow.
they had to totally like change the fucking. So back in the day, you see motherfuckers being like, "Yeah, got that Generation One Kirkland golf ball, bitches. You want them?" And they were selling like dozens for like Titleist prices.
How? What year are we talking? Because like my dad.
What?
2016.
Yeah, 6, 7 years ago. Like not
Oh.
that long ago.
15,
Yeah.
16, yeah.
Because I have a shit ton of Kirkland balls. Like my dad, like
Oh.
when he worked at a golf course for a very small period of time, like he would just hoover up all the like the wayward balls.
Yeah.
And dude, he's got like those like 10-gallon totes, like filled.
Bro,
He's got a
why are you not telling me and Wes about this until now?
He or you could sell those on eBay at a premium.
Yeah.
First gen Kenwood or Kirkland's. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he knows this, but like he doesn't want to part with them. I'm gonna ask him. I'll ask him. He has like my dad is so meticulous.
Wait, does
that-
he golf?
He does.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, never mind. I thought your dad didn't golf.
No, he golfs and he still finds golf balls. He swears he has these totes of golf balls in the will. Like he
Wow.
thinks they're that valuable.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Well, it depends on how many he's got. But yeah,
Yeah.
Thousands.
Hmm.
Tens of thousands.
I mean, if they're all that ball, but
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, basically I'm going to start a driving range in like 4 years.
Yeah.
I like.
Yes.
Roy Mack, the fucking the one of your best sports movies of all time.
What? Bagger Vance?
No, Tin Cup.
Oh.
He's a golf instructor at a driving range.
I don't understand why people don't like The Legend of Bagger Vance. I think that's a great fucking movie. Taught me a lot about life.
Right. You have a fictitious caddy who walks you around. That's cool.
There were life lessons. Did you know? Our sun will never explode. It is far too small to generate enough energy to become a supernova. An exploded star.
Yeah, it'll just cool.
So it'll just get bigger
Yeah, just it'll
Just-
expand.
and then just
It'll absolve
then just peter
certain
out.
things.
What a pussy.
No, because like at a certain point, the Earth will be uninhabitable, and we'll have to get over to Mars because the sun will then do what
Don't get over
it's
to
done
Mars.
to Earth to Mars.
And we'll get over to like fucking like Europa and Titan and shit like that. And I don't know. Kind of fucking kind of shit like that makes me lose respect for the sun. You know, like I mean, it like I'm here and I'll keep you warm until I can't, and then I'll just I'll just see you later.
If anything, it should just highlight how fucking insignificant we are. Like the thing that literally gives us life
or
doesn't even
significant.
have enough energy to blow up.
or significant as fuck. Because if we're all there is, like, and you've got no evidence currently to suggest otherwise, you have theories, but you have no evidence otherwise, it makes us fucking, like, spectacularly significant that we got this pussy-ass fucking star keeping this fucking pussy-ass existence fucking moving its way through the cosmos.
What did I hear the other day? It was a theory about like, so there definitely is life in the universe. But if you think of the universe like a forest, I think that's what it's called, like the dark forest theory. If you think of it as a forest, like if you don't know what's out there, like if you hear a noise in the forest, you don't know if it's a rabbit, you don't know if it's a wolf, you don't know what the fuck it is. So in nature, most things try to keep quiet because you don't necessarily want to alert what you don't know is out there to your presence. And so the theory is that there 110% is absolutely smart, intelligent life out there, but all of us just remain quiet because we don't want to open Pandora's box of what could possibly be meeting that noise in the forest, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but here we are, fucking with our radio waves and fucking television signals,
Because we're dumb.
hey, everybody, it's Norm, Norm, you know, like,
Yeah, and that's how you get the Prometheus aliens, and they're like,
I,
"Yep, yeah, y'all fucked up."
I know, but they ain't here. We don't have a trace of anybody else. I don't know. I go back and forth on like how insignificant we are, and then also how significant we are. Like, yes, we got a pussy star. We got to fucking peter out. It's just gonna go limp dick on us all one day.
Yeah, for 3 billion years, it's had this raging hard on, and it's such a. Oh, it's going to peter out.
Yeah, yeah. I
What do you
mean,
want to like? You want to shoot hymns and blue pills to it?
dude, no. I mean, I guess if our entire like genetic existence is gonna go down, like, I mean, have you seen?
Listen, the theory is that it's got about another 3 billion years. It's about half. The sun has burned up half of its.
Yeah, about half its fuel. It's
Half its
helium.
fuel. Dude, we're
Hydrogen.
not going to be here in 3 billion years.
I know.
We're going to be here in a billion, right? Probably not a million.
I know, but you're using little we. I'm thinking of like big we, like the big W, like humankind. Like, and then
But no, I'm thinking about the humans. I don't think we're going to be here in a million years.
why not?
Just fucking death, disease, asteroids.
How we're going, we won't be here in 1,000 years.
Again, if Elon can get that fucking 4 fucking story rocket and to fucking another fucking plane
I
of
need you to
existence,
stop putting this much faith in that guy.
I'm not putting.
You're smarter than that.
It's not just him. It's not just him. It's everything, because apparently NASA has given a contract to like one of the railway systems to build a railway on the moon. So we're doing something. It's there. It's in the books. Like, you know, we might be breathing our last breath when it gets fucking built, but it's there. I don't know, but every time I see these simulations of what a supernova looks like, just like this cataclysmic fucking implosion, explosion, I'm like, that's how we should go out. Instead, it's just going to be like, somebody hitting the dimmer switch. Like, come on.
I think we'll be dead before it goes cold, like for sure.
Yeah,
I know.
long before.
But like,
No.
hypothetically, if we were like still alive and it was progressing towards coldness, like that would kill us. Like let's say hypothetically we figure all this out and we prosper. Fucking there's no fucking homelessness and not we've reached the pinnacle of humanity. That shit's still going out and we're gonna fucking die. Like, you know what I mean?
I know, but I want my ashes to be ashes. You know, I guess that's my point. I want my ashes to be like energy that's just like just irradiated through the universe, the cosmos. Like, it just seems like a pussy way to go out. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I just felt you know what? I had more respect for our son until 4.5 minutes ago. That's all I'm getting at.
We'll write him a telegram. Send it to him.
I will.
Or her. I don't know. Could be she.
Put it right in her fucking uterus. Did you
Expand, damn it.
Did you know? In Japan, Christmas Eve is a time to eat strawberry shortcake and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I did not.
That's
No idea.
hey. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad tradition.
No,
I
it's
think we
not.
should adopt something like that. Strawberry shortcake and Kentucky Fried Chicken in that order. Do you do dessert first and then the
I
right?
think I would actually prefer that because sometimes after I've eaten something salty and I'm getting all bloated, like I don't like. It's not even that like I don't want the taste of the thing in my mouth, like a strawberry shortcake. I feel like I'm too like ugh. So if I got the strawberry shortcake first, but yeah, no, I didn't. I thought this was a Thanksgiving thing because most people around the world or most people in America don't realize that no one else in the fucking world cares about the fact that a bunch of pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock. I thought this was a Thanksgiving thing, but I knew that the Japanese love themselves some KFC. I would love me some KFC if we go back to the fucking like deep fat trans fat fryers that the Colonel came up with. But now we got this fucking like wet, mushy fucking whatever it is. It's fucking goddamn quality control. Ain't no quality, ain't no control.
Really, we're really sorry. All right. Does it have to be Kentucky Fried Chicken? We could do Papa John's. We can make
No,
our
because
own.
dude, I gotta tell you something, man. Like, there's a reason that the Kentucky Fried Chicken original recipe, 11 herbs and fucking spices, has been kept under lock and key for decades now. I mean, soon enough, it's gonna be a fucking century. We do realize this, right? Like, there's gonna be 100 years that have passed since the fucking secret original fucking recipe has been on lock and fucking key. I like, I don't need to know what it is. But I'm at a point now where I want them to sell it. Sell me the seasoning. I'll cook it the way the Colonel would appreciate.
Well, don't you? Do you have to baste the breast or thigh in pickle juice too?
Something like that. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't
You had
know.
to-
Maybe. I know
I'm
that
pretty
that's the
sure
way.
that's.
Well, I
I'm
know
pretty sure
that's.
that's one of it.
I know that's the way that Chick-fil-A does it. They brine their chicken in pickle juice and then
Yeah.
they bread it, season it, fry it. But no, when I was a kid, Kentucky Fried Chicken, goddamn, Kentucky Fried Chicken, you could get a chicken breast and you could peel the skin off, and it was like the most delicious potato chip that you've ever had in your life. And now it's a fucking, it's mushy. The texture's gone. Like the cooking quality is far, far less superior than it used to be. It's a shame.
What do you want to? You want to? You want? I mean, what do you want to do, man? What do you,
I want them to go back to the way they cooked their fucking food originally that made them a fucking household name and a product that you could hang your hat on. Like, you know, they're part of Yum Foods now. Not I wanted to be a part of Yum Foods, not Ho Hum Foods.
Alan? You think we got a campaign here?
When's the last time you had Kentucky Fried Chicken, Alan? Because it was good.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just don't exist anymore. Like, there's not a whole lot of them around. Not that there were a ton around when I was growing up either, but like, yeah.
There was that. Alan, do you follow Comfortably Dumb on any of the social media platforms?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
He's
I don't
the
know. Maybe.
he's the kind of like he golfs, but he's not a golfer, and he troll. No, it's kind of like quasi trolls professionals at events, but he also does a lot of like fake food reviews. He did one on this new like Kentucky Fried Chicken pizza. And he was like, but he's like, oh, the Colonel. He's like, but he kept saying the Colonial. He's upset. He's upset. It's like I'm looking across the street. I'm seeing the Chick-fil-A, and it looks like an air traffic controller is directing traffic over there.
I mean, that's how they work it over there.
The funny part about, because I have to deliver to a Chick-fil-A like, I don't know, once a week at least, and the only thing that Chick-fil-A does different than the other restaurants is their employees treat you like they used to treat you in the 1980s. That's it. There's no difference. The quality of food isn't any better. It's just the amount of respect you get as a customer walking through the door. Like, you don't have a bunch of assholes walking back up to the counter to complain about the food.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yeah, they were so nice to me. There's no reason to fucking cause a scene. Like, that's it.
I'll go on a limb though here. When's the last time you had a bad Chick-fil-A meal? Like you ordered the
That's a good point.
Chick-fil-A and it was wrong or it just wasn't good. Like, you know, I have never once bitten into a waffle fry that tasted like dirty grease.
Right.
I would say 2 out of every 5 McDonald's fries taste like dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, they are nicer, but they also have a standard. I think that,
Sure.
like you said, like back in the day it used to be that way. Now it's all about the fucking dollar, baby. So fucking like, yeah. But Chick-fil-A kind of held on and was like, well, we can still charge you that much because it's really not that much more expensive, and give you good customer service.
I had one bad, I guess, food preparation at a Chick-fil-A one time. And I went up, and I didn't even want to go up. I felt like ashamed. I was like, ugh, I'm probably wrong. But I was just like, hey,
I don't even know what I wanted.
I was like, hey, no,
I got a salad. I'm sorry.
to their credit, the chicken breast that came on my sandwich was like way thicker than it normally is, and I was like, hey, I don't like to complain, but like this, it's a little pink, like right in the middle. And all they went was like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. And within 5 seconds, you had no pickle on that, correct? You're right. Within 5 seconds, I had a new sandwich in my hand and a fucking voucher for a free sandwich for my next visit.
Yeah,
So it was just like, there's nothing to complain about. Like, not only did I get perfect service, I got perfect service for the next time I'm fucking here, which will be tomorrow now. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a way to make it work. KFC, get the original fryers that could possibly kill your employees and do it fucking right. And I'll be
The Colonel's turning over in his grave. He's farting the flour that you need to be laying the fucking chicken into.
And finally, did you know Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho features the first shot of a flushing toilet in mainstream American cinema?
Yeah, that's not where I thought that was going.
Yeah.
The first, I was like, stabbing in titties, a flushing toilet.
Stabbing titties blood. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, the flushing toilet. God, I wonder what took him so long.
Well,
Was Hitchcock that like dialed into cinema and movie history? He was like, you know what? I've watched a lot of movies and I've never seen a toilet flushing.
Well, there was that whole thing where like toilet paper couldn't be advertised on television, so they were handing it out. And by the way, all of the knowledge I'm dropping right now is from Fun Fact Fridays. They had the Charmin Corporation started giving away toilet paper for free to motels, hotels, Holiday Inns, so that they could advertise it that way. I think it might have been the first quote unquote nude scene in Psycho. Like, even though you don't see any titties, like, it was the first time somebody had been featured in a shower. Brady Bunch was the first show to have anybody sleep in the same bed together. Like, you go back to I Love Lucy, which is about the same time as Psycho. They were sleeping in separate fucking beds, double beds.
That's right. Like,
So,
hey,
yeah.
we've been happily married for 10 years. Good night. Going to my own bed. Which actually isn't a terribly too bad way to living. But
Dude, we've been sleeping in separate beds for a while now, and it's the best sleep we've ever gotten.
yeah,
Oh, we come together for moments,
sure. I got you.
and then we separate, and we're like, hey, what's the fucking point here? Are you done? I'm done. You good? I'm good. You want to get some sleep? Yep, I'm going to get some sleep. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Man, and then then you flush a toilet and you film it. Like, look at that. Psycho. That's beautiful. I have to go back and watch that. I want to see what scene that is. That's interesting.
I haven't seen Psycho, so does he clean up after the murder?
That
I would
might be it.
I
Yeah.
would assume that's it, that he like cleans up and flushes shit.
Right. Yeah. There you are. Blood, titty, and flushing. The trifecta.
And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Tonight on Before You Go, folks, on an interesting Reddit thread, someone posted, what was it here? It said here, the best nude scene Hollywood has ever produced. Think about your youth. Think about your formative years. Think about times in the last 10 years where you saw a pair of titties that you were like, holy smokes. Or a sex scene, simulated, of course. This isn't XXX, but this is mainstream Hollywood. Some of the things you might maybe think of, and I didn't. The first thing is Ben Affleck and Gone Girl. I was like, cool. Didn't think about that one.
Nope.
Or the Psycho shower scene, or Phoebe Kate slow motion walk out of the pool in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That
God.
is still the fucking one for me, dude. I don't care how much time has passed. That is
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Pretty great.
These are all iconic for sure, but when asked what's the best nude scene Hollywood has ever produced, Reddit went in a different direction. The top reply from the post from user inside_lead 3003. It's kind of like a weird, was it
Handle.
No, I know it's a handle. No, I was thinking of Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's kind of what it sounded like. Quote, Frank Reynolds coming out of the couch from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's right. Danny DeVito emerging. Dude, that answer had over 16,000 points. Do you want to hear the second and third places?
I mean, I do, but I want to get back to discussing number one and why it's actually warranted.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's funny, but if you're gonna ask me, man, there's I can name hundreds of nude scenes that had that frontal lobe pumping.
Okay, well, give me 2 and 3. Give me 2 and 3, and then we'll go back to 1 because
Okay.
I got a lot to say about 1 after knowing that other people feel this way.
Alexandra Daddario and True Detective, which is fucking
Yup.
amazing.
If you want,
Those things are incredible.
Those are grade A.
She's on top of Woody Harrelson too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean that's 6 to fucking midnight immediately. Like
I
there
got
is
a
no.
big thing for her too. I think like a lot of guys.
But
true.
But the reason this is part of the reason I'm going to argue for number 1 is like that is a one emotional state response.
Yeah.
So number 3.
I think it's a Jim Carrey forcing himself out of the rhino's ass
see?
in a Jason Verder when nature calls.
Two of the top 3, man, and it checks out for me.
Yeah, and it checks out because like again, number 1, it's okay. I don't want to go like inside baseball here, but like somebody like Danny DeVito, who has had such a storied career in Hollywood, does not in any respect need to do a nude scene for any reason whatsoever, except for it enhances the scene, period, full stop. And to have him come fucking flopping out of that fucking leather couch like he is a fetus scratching his way out of the belly of a fucking new mother is one of the most... It does not... The reason it's weird is because it doesn't elicit like a sexual response.
Yeah.
But the nudity being what it is elicits like the uncomfortable hilarity that can't exist otherwise without a nude body, especially a nude body on a 4'11" man who has been greased up.
Greased up, yeah. And like I think it's the context too for those who haven't watched that episode or watched Always Sunny. He is hiding in this couch at his old company that he used to own, just waiting to hear if anybody's talking shit about him. since he's left the company. And it gets too hot. And it gets too hot on the leather couch, so he has to get out.
There's no air.
Yeah.
He can't breathe.
There's no air.
Yeah, I mean, it just I like. I think it Reddit threads like this, which I did, tens of thousands of people voted on. It never fails that. I guess I was just somewhat shocked that comedy overtook eroticism or sexuality in that case. And that's it. I mean, kudos to the voters. I mean, they voted and the vote counts. It's just, I like, to me, this, okay, for instance, right, other prominent replies, the triple tits and Total Recall, which, you know, Roller Girl and Boogie Nights, Heather Graham.
Heather Graham, also fantastic.
God bless you. Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool, which we talked about in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That to me is the number 1 most erotic. I mean, because it mixes in like this innocence and also just like she was blessed, like not like when she is the Goldilocks of full frontal titty scene, like not too big, not too small, like symmetrical, round, perfect, wet.
It's Judge Reinhold fucking jerking off thinking about it. Here's another. This is another good one. Denise Richards, Nev Campbell, threesome sex scene, in
Yeah.
Wild Things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Shower scene in Starship Troopers. I liked it, but I'm not voting for it in that.
The reason I didn't like it is because how glib they were speaking. Like they were just talking about
Killing fucking insects. Yeah.
yeah, like if there was no sound, if they muted it, like that would raise its point value
Yeah.
greatly for
Right.
me.
Nicole Kidman kicking off the dress in Eyes Wide Shut.
You know what? Eyes Wide Shut was such a weird movie that I was just like,
Yeah.
no matter how much nudity you show me in this, it's not going to enhance anything for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like that's a perfect example of like there's plenty of good beat off material, but they made it so that you can't beat off. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they got you like halfway through, and you're like, okay, maybe the next scene will.
You're like
kick
mid
out.
stroke and you start like thinking about fucking like existential fucking crises and like, the meaning of life, and you're just like, Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah. Here's a couple that I thought of that weren't on.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't see the food. Elizabeth Shue feeding vodka off her titty to Nick Cage and leaving Las Vegas.
That's
That
a
was
good
always
one.
amazing to me.
Yeah, sure.
I could put up with fucking flat ass Billy Bob Thornton to get a naked Holly Berry in Monsters Ball. Whew.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Halle Berry almost waited too long. She had another nude scene in Swordfish with I think Hugh Jackman.
Travolta.
Oh, it's Travolta.
Yeah, I seen that where she said she's got the
Yeah,
the
she's got
aluminum
yeah,
foil.
Yeah, this is the only reason I literally went and spent money at a movie theater. I was like,
Right.
I gotta see these.
Yeah, even what's her face and Elizabeth Berkley and the Showgirls. And she shows her
Yeah,
tits a
we
lot in
sat.
that.
Yeah, we sat through. I remember we had a high school party and we watched that just to. Is it Natasha Henstridge? She's in like a movie where she's like a fucking alien or some shit.
Oh yeah. Fuck. They've made 3 of them.
It's like Extinction or Evolution or something. Anyway, I just remember only watching that movie because I knew that she came out of that hot tub fully fucking nude, and I was like, "We're watching this."
Yeah. Why am I drawing a blank here? I feel like it's few others have like a couple like Jamie Lee Curtis with the Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd movie.
Oh shit! Not
Trading
nothing-
Places?
Trading Places. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. What's Nothing But Trouble? What is that?
That was a good bad movie review we did with Demi Moore.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Demi Moore
Why'd I-
in a movie
why
called
did I bring it up?
Striptease, by the
God
way.
damn it.
No, wait, was it called Striptease?
Yeah, Striptease had Demi Moore, but unfortunately, Demi Moore had gone ahead and gotten implants for the movie, and it was just
Right.
why they were great before, baby.
This is like have you ever seen Shame with Michael Fassbender?
Shane?
Shame. SHAMA.
Okay, no, I don't know
no.
that I have. I thought you were talking about like a remake of like the old like Western movie.
No, but first of all, Michael Fassbender plays Magneto in the earlier versions of it, and he plays
I'm aware.
he's a sex addict, and there is a scene where it's not 100% full frontal, but you can make out, and I'm like, man, not only is he incredibly talented and a good looking dude, he has a fucking sausage roll between his legs.
Look, bottom line is like, I'm not some staggering specimen of manliness here, but like if you gave me a minute to fluff, I feel like I could impress you for the camera. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm not taking anything away from Michael Fassbender, but you know,
It's all about
Just
the
saying.
angles.
yeah. I mean, like, look, bottom line is, I got to be honest with you. I've probably seen, there's several scenes in Game of Thrones, but one of them, oh my God, I will go back to every now and again. And I don't even know how to describe this to you other than this. There are 3 women from like the land of sand, whatever, like wherever the scorpion guy's from that fights the mountain and actually ends up fucking the mountain enough.
Oh
up.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And there's like these 3 sisters, and they're in jail. And there's one point where they're trying to like seduce somebody to let them out of jail. And there's this real slow motion scene. And this woman has the most beautiful tatas I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just like, like ladies, like your empowerment you can claim that men have like reduced you in some way, shape, or form, but we are crippled by the exterior beauty of your making. It has
We go from 120 IQ to 30 quick.
it has caused. I would like to go back in history and really like do a deep dive on how many wars, and I mean wars, where hundreds of thousands of lives, souls were stolen from this earth simply because of your exterior beauty. Helen of Troy. Move forward from there, and we'll just see what we come up with. There's a body count because of you and your body that I'd like to count all over.
Well, folks, give us your thoughts. Tell us some of the.
But Frank
best
Reynolds,
news-
yes.
Yeah, Frank Reynolds, and It's Always Sunny. That ranks up there. That's number one. Because I think it's like
Really?
Kevin Bacon and Sean Penn rank up with the most male nudity in movies.
Well, Kevin Bacon was also in Wild Things, I believe.
He was, which is always a great 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon connection.
Well, because
Got a lot
he
of-
was like nude in the shower, and like it was one of the first times that like in the modern era that like a lead actor of his caliber was like, "Here's my dick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get a Kevin Bacon dick to see a Denise Richards titty, all right? I mean,
That's a price.
Yeah,
I'll pay that price every goddamn day.
I'll pay twice the admission fare for that fucker.
I think that's what
And
women don't.
Campbell titty.
I think that's what women don't understand. Like, I think speaking of Game of Thrones, like, there was a lot of dick in Game of Thrones too. There's a lot of titty, and I like anytime the dick popped up, I never blushed. Like Maria was just like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Oh, I care. I watch. You know how much dick I watch in porn? Like, I have like, the dick is the price of admission, baby.
You know how many angles that I don't enjoy? I've seen like it's fine.
mean,
Cinematic dick's better than porn dick, honestly.
good. Yes, 100%. I mean, and thankfully there's no cinematic starfish because, like, I mean, like if a dick is a $20 bill, a starfish is a Benjamin. Then I'll take as many jacks as I can.
Yeah.
That's a fucking haiku. If you could just kind of button up a
I'll
few
figure it
things
out.
here and there.
Give me a minute. I'll give you syllables.
Work on that. All right, Alan, tell all the jerk off titty Hollywood people where you can find the middle class holes.
Find us at www.pornhub.com/middleclassholes. Lots of cucking on that particular page.
Celebrity nude. Was it celeb jihad?
It's all just parody porn. It's us in costumes. It's fucking parodying our favorite films. Fucking whatever the drum movie was. Fucking
Drumline.
yeah.
Oh no. What Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons?
Yeah, what was that movie called? Did you ever figure that out? Farmers Insurance. Anyway, while he's thinking of that, you can check us out on all your favorite social media platforms. We're at MDL Classholes on Instagram and Twitter. We're the Middle Classholes on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. And for your listening pleasures, check us out Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Yeah.
Farmers. See,
Bum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
that's the movie.
That's right. That's it.
That's not even a there is no movie. You just kept thinking,
Whiplash, motherfucker.
no, I haven't seen that.
Neither have I, but I know what it is.
Is there titties in it?
I don't think so.
J.K. Simmons, just getting sweaty, fucking banging a drum. That's beautiful. We have some listener comments. I'm going to push these off until next week. I do want to dedicate this show to the passing of a friend of ours and actually a classmate of Alan's, Matthew, quote unquote, Cheese Norris, who unfortunately passed away about a week and a half ago. Loving wife, loving husband of a wife, father of 3, son, brother, friend, fraternity brother. Went to his viewing this week. Incredibly tragic, but I don't know. Dedicate this show to him for whatever it means. Alan, I don't know if you had anything you wanted to say about the memory and legacy of probably one of our best fraternity brothers.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much nailed it. He was he wasn't quite as rambunctious as the rest of us. But nah, he was always a good kid. Like I said, you've said I met him in high school. We went through all 4 years together. Then went to Frostburg. He pledged before us, so he got to haze us a little, or I mean, educate us because we definitely any of that.
We don't haste.
We just learned things. Lots of library time. Uh, yeah, and like you said, man, he's just a genuine dude, a shirt off your back kind of dude. Uh, remember good times in high school. Fucking yeah, this is just tragic, man. It's weird for me. I know we've had other brothers pass and stuff, but like he's my age. I've known him for since I was 13 years old, and it wasn't like an accident. It wasn't an overdose. It wasn't some of the things that we've dealt with. It was his time, and it's that's weird. It's weird for me as I
Yeah.
get closer to 40. I know you guys are over that hump, but yeah, it's just weird personally. So, rest in peace, my brother. Yeah, that one was a tough one. They don't get easier, but yeah, rest in
No,
peace, man.
not at all. Well, on that note, I think we're going to close this shop. Folks, appreciate it. Tune in next week. Take it easy.